Good afternoon and welcome to this meeting. First, let me thank Diana for not just for chairing this meeting, but for the role that she plays as chair of the Alumni Board. It is a sacrifice, it is volunteerism, and you do it enthusiastically and well. It's not the first time that you're serving as chair of the AAB. You did it in the last term, you're doing it another term, and what maybe other members of the Alumni Board or alumni don't know is that you also serve on council as a representative of the alumni. So thank you very much for the work that you do. The alumni is an important constituency of the university, and every university has got alumni. They've got graduates all over the world, but it's not every university that's got their alumni engaged, involved and engaged. And we are very fortunate to have people who are involved and engaged, some of whom represent you on the structures of the university. So thank you very much, Diana, to you and your committee for the work that you do. I attend your meetings of the exec, and I know how involved, interested and hands-on that you are. So thank you very much for that. But welcome to all of you for being to this meeting, and thank you for making the time. We, of course, in 2020, and I will not be giving you a report, but just to say we ended 2019 in many ways on a high note, despite the many challenges that we faced last year. If you remember, 2019 is the year that we experienced the passing brutal murder of Uyinene, and thereafter about 4 deaths of students in one faculty. So towards the end of the year, it was a difficult year in August, September, but we ended it well despite that disappointment. We ended it with the university leading Africa in all 5 major international rankings. And that's a good place to end. Not that we as a university just do work to be on the rankings. We actually don't have a strategy just to be on the rankings. Our focus is to do excellent work in our core business, which is the academic work, and everything else that supports it. And it's because of that focus on the core business that we end up on the rankings, and we ended it very well in that regard. We started the year very well as well. We've just completed our orientation program. Last week was the first week of lectures, and the orientation went exceptionally well with 3 sessions of parent orientations, attended by each one of them close to 1,000 parents who were physically on campus. And of course, the last parent orientation we live streamed so that we can reach parents who are not able to travel all the way to Cape Town, and send all of them a link to the speech that I made at orientation, so that if they miss the live streaming, they can still watch it at a comfortable time. But I'm saying we started the year well, not only because the orientation went well, but because our enrollment figures look healthy as well. And with that, I have to thank the faculties, but more than that, the registrar for managing all of that process of admission, enrollments, working closely with faculties. It's oftentimes, we as a university are accused of being exclusionary, that we don't take students. But I want to let you know that it's actually interesting that we are over-enrolled. We are over-enrolled in the Faculty of Science, in the Faculty of Health Sciences, and in the Faculty of Humanities. People will think, well, perhaps the Faculty of Humanities is the most over-enrolled. Well, it is the Faculty of Science that's the most over-enrolled. And so I say to colleagues, we've got overcrowding in classes, in the mathematics class. Nice problem, because what it means is that it's not just that we opened our gates and we dropped standards or whatever. These are students who qualify to come to UCT, and here we are with more numbers than we expected in our classes, in faculties, if you like, of scarce skills. So we are in good shape in that regard. it is not, we are not in good shape because higher education is easy. Higher education is not at peace at the moment in South Africa. As you know, there's been unrests everywhere, and that's because public higher education in South Africa is not at peace yet. And for us, as the leadership of UCT, if there are concerns in other campuses, they affect us as well, even if they are not on our campus. We support colleagues there, we get concerned, because we know that if they affect other universities, it's about time, it's a matter of time before they come to us. That's why we work closely with them to try to find solutions. So we started lectures, and this week is the second week, and all is moving well as we work on the hiccups that come naturally at this time of the year. So your university is in good health. Part of that good health is because of your contribution. We appeal to you often to support what we do, to pay attention to what we do. And one initiative that we have that is supported by the alumni is the food program, the food security program is strongly supported by our alumni. And this year, it's thanks to Professor Ferris and her team that this year we've changed the way we're managing it. Students don't have to stand in queues and get sandwiches and sort of have to almost own up to the fact that they are hungry and they can't afford the food. This year, students who qualify get the vouchers and they can go to Food and Connect to buy their food. And it's thanks to many of you in this room who are supporting our food security program. So in welcoming you to this meeting, I'm also thanking you for your commitment to the university. Thank you for supporting UCT. Thank you for keeping in contact with us. And thank you for giving us a good name through the work that you do and through who you are in society. So welcome to the meeting, and thanks, Diana.